welcome to today's video. And in this video, we're going to go over simultaneous equations and some examples. So let's dive right into it and let's look at what simultaneous equations are. Simultaneous equations are linear equations. So here in this example, we have 2x plus 4y is equal to 14 and 4x minus 4y is equal to 4. We have to find an x and a y which will satisfy both of these equations. What this means is if we have a graph and we have two lines, two linear equations, there is a point where they intersect. And this point, an x and a y value that satisfies both the equations. So that is the x and the y that we're trying to find. We have two methods we can use. We can use substitution or elimination. Let's go ahead and see how to use them both. Let's start with substitution. So we're given 2x plus 4y is equal to 14 and 4x minus 4y is equal to 4. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. We can start with either 1 or 2. Let's go ahead and use 1 first. So we have 2x plus 4y is equal to 14. In this method, we're trying to find x in terms of y first. So we're going to move everything on the other side of the equation and isolate x. So we're going to move 4y on this side. So we're left with 2x is equal to 14 minus 4y. And then we're going to divide both sides by 2. So we're left with x is equal to 7 minus 2y. Now we have x in terms of y. We can take this x value and substitute it in our second equation. So instead of 4x, we're going to have 7 minus 2y minus 4y is equal to 4. Now we only have y in this equation instead of x and y, so it's easier for us to solve. Let's go ahead and solve. So first we're going to multiply 4 by 7 and then 4 by 2. So we're going to have 28 minus 8y minus 4y is equal to 4. We're going to move 28 to the other side of the equation. And minus 8 and minus 4y will give us minus 12y. And 4 minus 28 is going to give us negative 24. And now we can go ahead and divide both sides by negative 12. And this 12 and this 12 will cancel, and this is 2. So we're left with y is equal to 2. Now that we already have y, we can use that value of y to find x. And we can plug this y value in either one of these equations, 1 or 2. Let's go ahead and plug it in equation 1. So the equation is 2x plus 4y is equal to 14. So now we're going to go ahead and plug in, let me write that again. We have 2x plus 4y is equal to 14. We're going to go ahead and plug in 2 instead of y. So this is going to become 2x plus 4 times 2 is equal to 14. Now I'm going to go ahead and erase the top part here. And we're going to move this up. Okay, so this is where we are. Now let's go ahead and simplify this. So we have 2x plus 8 is equal to 14. We can move 8 on the other side, and we're left with 2x is equal to 14 minus 8. And that is going to give us a value of 6. We can divide both sides by 2. And our x is equal to 3. So now we have found x and y. We have x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. This satisfies both the equations. Let's see how to use elimination method. Again, let's note down our equations first. So we have 2x plus 4y is equal to 14. And we have 4x minus 4y is equal to 4. This is going to be equation 1, and this is going to be equation 2. In elimination method, we are trying to eliminate one of the variables. It could be x or it could be y. Now, we can use either one of the equations to eliminate. Let's see how we can manipulate equation number 2 to eliminate it. How we eliminate is by subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. So we're going to put a minus sign and we're going to subtract each component. So we're going to do 2x minus 4x, 4y minus 4y, 14 minus 4. But our goal is that one of the variables is going to be eliminated. Now, you could eliminate x or y. It works both ways. Here we're going to eliminate y. We have 4y in equation 1 and we have negative 4y in equation 2. We want equation 1 minus equation 2 to become 0. So we're going to change the second equation and we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by negative 1 to change the negative 4y to positive 4y. So let's multiply both sides by negative 1. And we're multiplying this whole side. So we're going to get negative 4x plus 4y is equal to negative 4. And now this is our equation 2. And our equation 1 remains the same. So now we're going to use the elimination method, which is we're going to take the second equation and we're going to get it subtracted from the first. So we have 4y is equal to 14. Here we have negative 4x plus 4y is equal to negative 4. And we're going to subtract equation 1 from 2. So here we have 2x minus negative 4x, which is 6x, 4y minus 4y, which is 0, and 14 minus negative 4, which is 18. Now we have, what we're left with here is 6x is equal to 18. X is going to equal 18 over 6, which is 3. So this is our x value. Now we can go ahead and plug in this x value in any of the equations, 1 or 2. We're going to plug it into 1. So we have 2x, which is now 3, plus 4y is 14. So 6 plus 4y is 14. We're going to move the 6 on that side, and that is going to become 4y is equal to 14 minus 6. And 14 minus 6 is 8. So we're left with 4y is equal to 8. We'll divide both sides by 4. And this is 2. So again, we're left with y is equal to 2. So we have x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Same as this result. So you could use either substitution or elimination and you should be getting the same results. Let's look at another example. Here we have 3h plus 2i is equal to 8 and 2h plus 5i is equal to negative 2. Go ahead and pause the video, try and attempt the question yourself. I'm going to go ahead and dive right into the solution. Let's look at the substitution method first. We have 3h plus 2i is equal to 8, which is our first equation. And 2h plus 5i is equal to negative 2, which is our second equation. Let's go ahead and use the first equation, and we're going to isolate h. So we have 3h plus 2i is equal to 8. We'll move 2i to this side. And we're left with 3h is equal to 8 minus 2i. And let's go ahead and divide both sides by 3. So that we're left with h is equal to 8 over 3 minus 2 over 3i. Now we can go ahead and plug this into our second equation. So in place of h, we have 2, 8 over 3 minus 2 over 3i plus 5i is equal to negative 2. And we can go ahead and simplify this. We're going to multiply 2 first to open the brackets. So we have 16 over 3 minus 4 over 3 I plus 5i is equal to negative 2. Now to simplify this, I'm going to change this 5i term. 5 is the same as 15 over 3. So I'm going to place 15 over 3 instead of 5. So 16 over 3 minus 4 over 3 I plus 15 over 3i is equal to negative 2. Now we can go ahead and multiply both sides by 3, and we're left with 16 minus 4i plus 15 is equal to negative 6. We multiply this by 3, we multiply this by 3, and that is what we're left with. Now, we can go ahead and further simplify this. Let me make some space. Now, we can go ahead and move, this should be 15i. We can go ahead and move the 16 on this side. So we're going to have negative 4i plus 15i is going to give us 11i. And negative 6 minus 16 is going to give us negative 22. And we'll have I is equal to negative 22 over 11, which is negative 2. So that is our I value. We can go ahead and plug in that I value into our first or second equation. Let's go ahead and plug it in to our second equation. We have 2h plus 5 by negative 2 is equal to negative 2. 2h plus negative 10 is equal to negative 2. We can move the 10 to the other side. And let me go ahead and make some more space. Okay. So we have 2h is equal to negative 2. We'll move the 10. So negative 10 will become positive 10. We'll have 2h is equal to 8. And h is equal to 8 over 2, which is 4. So now we have found our I, which was negative 2, and our h, which is 4. Let's go ahead and check out the elimination method. So we have 3h plus 2i is 8. Again, this is our first equation. And we have 2h plus 5i is equal to negative 2. This is our second equation. Now, how do we solve this? This is not a direct elimination method in the sense that 3 and 2 are not multiples of each other, 2 and 5 are not multiples of each other. So we'll have to use fractions and decimals to simplify this. So what we're going to do here is we're going to multiply the first equation by 2.5. Because 2 times 2.5 will give me 5. And I want this to be 5 to use elimination method. So it's going to be 3. So let's multiply this side by 2.5 and this side by 2.5. So we're going to have 7.5h plus 5i is equal to 20. And our second equation was 2h plus 5i is equal to negative 2. Now we can go ahead and eliminate I. We can go ahead and subtract the two equations. 7.5 minus 2h is going to give us 5.5h. 5 minus 5 is 0. 5i minus 5i is 0. And 20 minus 2 is 16. Then we're left with h is equal to 16 over 5.5, which is 4. We can use this and plug it into our second equation. So we're going to do 2 times 4 plus 5i is equal to negative 2. We're going to plug this 4 in this second equation. To simplify this, we have 8 plus 5i is equal to negative 2. Let's move the 8. We're going to have 5i is equal to negative 2 minus 8, which is negative 10. I is negative 10 over 5, and negative 10 over 5 is negative 2. So we got the same I and H values as we got over here in the substitution method. So you can use either elimination or substitution, but depending on your question, one might be easier than the other. So it's careful to choose which one you want to use. That's it for this one. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, suggestions, comments, you can leave them below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll post more helpful tutorials. See you in the next one.